Ellie. Yaakov, let's unmute Ellie. You're unmuted, Ellie. How are you? Guten Chodesh, Guten Erev Shabbos.
Guten Chodesh, Rabbi. How's Rabbi?
Excellent. Who are you bunkered up with, Ellie?
By Mom.
Excellent. Introduce your brother to the Chevra.
Ruben, say hi.
Hi.
Great to see you, Ruben. I remember when you and Ezzy came to Yeshiva to Elysium. Ruben, you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Excellent. Wasn't that a nice siyum?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Enjoy, Ellie. Enjoy the chasna and kala for Shabbos.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Ellie, for being here. Thank you. Avi Van, let's unmute Avi. Avila, you're unmuted. How are you, Avi?
Baruch Hashem.
I see a lot of svarim back there, Avs.
Not mine.
But I'm sure you're learning them nonetheless.
We're trying.
Great to see you. Thank you for being here, Avi.
Okay.
Mordcha Samowitz, say hello to the Chaim. How are you, Mordcha?
Baruch Hashem. It's going great.
How is the Heilige Mama feeling?
She's good. Baruch Hashem. Mom, it's amazing. I'm enjoying being with her.
Excellent.
Good. Thank you, Rabbi. I appreciate it.
Please, great to see you, Mordcha. Really, really nice. Thank you for being here, Mordcha.
Okay.
Yanni, how are things in Denver, Jans?
Things are good.
Fantastic.
Hashem, how's Rabbi doing?
Excellent. Happy to see you. Really appreciate
It's great
you
to
here,
see Rabbi.
Jan.
Thank you. Thank you for everything, Rabbi.
Thank you, Jan. Thank you. Feel good, Jans.
Shkoyach.
Have a great Shabbos. Thank you for being here.
Shabbos, good Shabbos.
Thank you, Jans. Shmuel. How are you, Shmuel Grossberger? How are you?
Hashem.
Guten Chodesh. Thank you for being here, Shmuel.
Of course.
Shmuel has from the best hands I've ever met in my life. He can build anything. Are you still so talented, Shmuel?
I try to.
Good. Send a warm regards to your family, Shmuel.
Okay.
Thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
I want you to meet Shmuel. I'm going to introduce everybody. Yosef. Let's introduce everybody to Yosef. Yosef, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Wow. Are you still very classy and amazing, Yosef Sandler?
I think so.
I know so.
Thank you.
I miss you in person, but I'm so happy to be with you here, Yosef.
I miss you too. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a ton. We're going to have a good time today, Yosef.
I know. Thank you. Have a good Shabbos.
It means a lot. I'm going to party with you today. I want to tell you something, Yosef. I want you to hear this. I'm going to tell you something like this. King of Zoom, Nachi, you own this matziv. Shlomo Zalman, I want you to hear this. Ezzy, nice to see you. I like that bunker. Let's highlight that bunker. Excellent. All three brothers. Excellent. Fantastic. Ezzy, is Ellie also a good volleyball player? I'm going to unmute you. Is he also a good volleyball player?
He told me to say yeah.
It's unfair.
It runs in the family. I always used to watch Ellie play in camp also.
Fantastic. It'd be dunks like you. That would be a crazy front line.
Yeah. If only I had the height.
Okay, we could put Ellie in the middle, but I like passing to you, Ezzy. But we could put Ellie in one of the sides in the middle. I'll be the other, and you'll be the front.
That's it.
Fantastic. Thank you for being here. Ezra Shulman, I want to tell the Chevra something important before we get to the Parsha Nasim. Before we get to the Parsha, your mother-in-law, your Beis Hashem, your father-in-law should have a refuah shalema. Where's Guy? Let's get back to Guy. Oh, it might be a little choppy. Guy, are we choppy? Are we choppy now? Clear.
Choppy.
Choppy, oh boy.
Oh, good, good.
Now we're good. Excellent, excellent. So, guys, before we start learning Torah together, Menachem Wiener, I want to say something. Baruch Hashem, I've been zeichet to speak to a lot of the chevra, and people shimya like apologizing if they're noticing kindness of Hashem. If they're noticing, like I've seen many guys have aliyah in this situation. I've seen families getting closer to each other in this situation. And I've seen people get a lot of good. And they seem to be apologizing. Like when you asked, how's it going? The guy doesn't want to say great. He doesn't want to like point out the chesed Hashem. Like people are very apologetic. Please don't be apologetic. The kindness of Hashem is intended. Every bit is intended. Nobody has to be apologetic for the kindness. It doesn't mean at all that we don't notice the difficulties and we're not noisei ba'ol and chaverei. But a person is very, very broad and able to experience a lot of emotions. And it's not in any way a lessening in noisei ba'ol and chaverei. I am thankful. I have bonded with my family in very meaningful ways. And I say unashamedly, thank you, Hashem. It's been wonderful, wonderful. It has nothing to do, I don't have to prove, and you don't have to prove to people. Do you also have emotions? It's been a difficult time for us Yidden. We're aware of that. But we unapologetically also experience the Chesed Hashem. It's intended by Hashem. And the fact that we've been able to learn Torah together, I feel so appreciative of Hashem that he has allowed opportunity. There was so many things I wanted to learn with Eli Goldberg, and Hashem made a whole issue in the world that Eli and I can sit daily and learn together, and important Torah attitudes, and important dinim of the Torah, and hashkafas Torah, and deus. We had the opportunity to learn. This was intended to by Hashem. Rabbi Ezi, we don't have to apologize. The good that we have is intended, and I'm so thankful. I get every day to learn with Jan Kaufman. The chances of this weren't great. Shmuel Grossberg and I get to learn some Torah together. It's amazing. It's amazing. And it's kindness of Hashem. This opportunity that I so appreciate. It's just been so remarkable. It's true with Yosef Sandler. I would rather, till now, I was getting to learn with him in person. And now it has to be over Zoom. But there's so much kindness of Hashem. Yitzi Reis's poem yesterday was off the charts. I recommend we put it on the chats. I recommend copy it, read it to your families. It's remarkable what Yitzi said, the things Yitzi expressed. But the kindness that we're experiencing is intended by Hashem. Sure, I want to have Ezra's Vart in person already, and you're all invited. The second we get back to Yeshiva is going to be a great celebration. The second we get back to our shuls and get back to a tzibur, and the Be'ez Hashem will celebrate Ezra's Vart in person then. But the kindness of Hashem we're experiencing, the things that we're seeing, Toiv is very, very intended. Ein Avel, everything Hashem sends is very intended, and the kindness is very intended. I wanted to wish the Olam a Mazel Tov. I was zeicha this morning to go on a Zoom to hear the naming of Shlomo Skolnick's baby girl. He had a daughter, Baruch Hashem, that precious Ben Torah, Shlomo, had a baby, had a daughter, and he named her Brindle this morning. A beautiful name, Brindle. When I name my daughter, Rena Brindle, when you name your child, have in mind the name as a prayer as well. Pray to Hashem through the name, a very good idea. When my wife and I named my daughter Rena Brindle, we wanted her to sing passionately to Hashem. Brindle could mean bren, a Yiddish word, a bren, a fire and a passion. And we called the Rena Brindle to sing with passion, that she should be Zoicha and we should be Zoicha, to sing thank you to Hashem passionately all our lives. And he named his daughter Brindle. The passion that Shlomo has to help people, to raise a mishpacha, tardik a mishpacha. Shlomo is a passionate person, full of such grand ideas that he carries out. Such good ideas, and such a doer and an arranger, and somebody who's done so much for our Chabura. I love that his daughter's name is Brindle, a Bren. She should be Zoichet to have the passion of her parents, the passion for Avodas Hashem, the passion to help Yidden, the passion to build that her precious parents have. They should be Megadol Brindle, L'Torah, L'Chopa, L'Maisim Tovim. I wanted to learn with the Chevra, Shimi, for a few minutes. I want to learn an Inyan that we talk about this opportunity we have to learn together and study. There's something I want to share with the Chevra, an attitude that's from the Torah Aaron Metz. I think that can only help us, this attitude. I think we can get a sophisticated pshat in the Gemara Bracha, says Risholman. And this is what, Kalman, this is what I want to share with the Chevra. We asked the Kasha that when we came to Eretz Yisrael, Hashem told us that we're going to be Negoyim on the bottom, on the houses, when we come to Eretz Yisrael. And the reason Hashem, when we came to Eretz Yisrael, put Negoyim on the bottom is that we should take down our houses. We'll, of course, follow the Torah. And when there's a nega on the bias and the kohen's metama, so you have to take down the bias. So you have to take the house down. So Hashem wanted us, we'll take our houses down. And the goyim who lived there before us hid treasures in the walls. When they were running away, they hid their treasures, tremendous amounts of money in the walls of their houses. We'll take our houses down and we'll find those treasures. So that's why Hashem brought Negoyim. We asked the question, Rav Ezi spoke about this at length, brought beautiful pilpul about this, but we asked typically a nega on a bias. The Gemara in Erechim says that a nega on a bias comes from Averis, that Hashem puts a spot on the house for Averis, and as an Einesh, the house is taken apart. So why did Hashem use the same system? It doesn't say a nega has to be for an Avera, but it seems rather clear that the same nega that usually tells a person, a nega on a bias, one of the things is a person is not generous. They don't use their house for other people. They're very selfish. Things stay in their own bias. So Hashem brings a nega on that bias. That bias is not reaching out, is not sharing with others. So Hashem puts a nega on the bias for tzar ayin. So Rabbi say, why is it that the same sign that's used to give Mussar to somebody is also used when we came to Eretz Yisrael to have us take our houses? Well, the person's like, shucks, this is horrible. I have a nega in my house. I have to take it down. And then they find great ashiras, great wealth. Yosef Sandler, why did God use the same sign that was a negative normally, and here he used it for a positive? So that is a question if you accept that question. What I want to share with the Chevra is something important, and I feel that we all have to mature, and this is something, Guy, that I feel so strongly to speak about, and I want everybody to hear. I want to start with the Gemara in Brachos. The Gemara in Brachos Hamad Beis describes great Amoraim got sick. They got illness. And Reb Chia bar Rabba gets sick, and the great Reb Yochanan goes to visit Reb Chia bar Rabba. Amar lei, listen to this, Yosef. Hamad Beis in Brachos. Reb Chia bar Rabba sick. You visualizing Yosef? Somebody sick, lying in bed. A great tzaddik. Reb Yochanan goes to visit the tzaddik, and Amar Lei says a very weird line. He says, Chavivin alecha Yisurim, do you like the Yisurim? It sounds sadistic. We would hear such a line, it's a pella. He says, do you like the Yisurim? You like it? I can't fathom this line. These are the greatest human beings who ever lived. And every word is emes. Every word is shalom. Every word is bishleimus. And he says to him, do you like the pain you're in? Could you imagine? Yosef, picture somebody would visit a sick person. Do you like it? They'd have I would throw the guy, if I was in the room, I would throw the guy, I'd carry him out of the room. Yosef, you and I were visiting a chayla and somebody else came in and said, do you like the pain you're in? We'd each get side and we'd toss him out, Yosef. You're a strong guy. We're both softies, Yosef, but we wouldn't tolerate that. And here Rabbi Yochanan says to Rabbi Chia bar Rabba, Chavivin alecha Yisurim, do you like Yisurim? Amar lei, he responds, Lo yehein v'lo scharon. I don't want them, and I don't want their reward. And Amar lei, Havli yadcha, give me your hand. Yav le yadei v'uknei. He takes his hand and he cures him. Rabbi say, what in the world is going on? He has a cure, come in and heal him. He davens, he prays to Hashem. Rabbi Yochanan is close to Hashem. And he davens and he heals him. What is that initial conversation? And let's say Rabbi Chia bar Rabba said, Rabbi Yochanan, I really want this. Then he said, okay, I shouldn't heal you. Was it good? Was it bad? What is their conversation? Is Yisurim good, bad? If it's bad, take it away. If it's good, so then why are you taking away if he wants him to take it away? This conversation needs a lot of work, and I want everybody to please hear this. Yisurim, Rabbi say, we're human beings. All our lives daven to God to take away pain. We don't want pain, we're human. And Hashem made us not to want pain. And we talk to him rightfully and ask him not to give us Yisurim. Of course, but of course. But it's also important to know as follows. And please, Rabbi, say, listen to this. The Sifornu, there's a gorgeous Sifornu. If you find yourself with time over Shabbos, and maybe even if you don't have time, make time for the Sifornu. I recommend learning the Sifornu. Parshas Tazria, Perek Yud Gimel, Pasuk Mem Zayin. You have to have a little time. It's a long Sifornu. But the Sifornu Yosef Sandler is a precious Rishon. Is one of the Rishonim. And he speaks at length, Yosef. There's something called Negaim. This wound that can come on somebody's house. It can come on their clothing and it can come on their body, chas v'shalom. When somebody spoke Lashon Hara, if somebody was a Baal Lashon Hara, that they were speaking Lashon Hara, they were speaking slander a lot, they can get Negayim. Somebody said a lot of lies, they can get Negayim. A whole bunch of sins of the mouth, they can get Negayim. They get this einish called Negayim. Remarkable to think about what was back in the day. Somebody had a problem, was constantly slandering people. The next thing they had Negayim, they had a Negat Saras. They had to go to the Kohen. Very embarrassingly and painfully, they were thrown out of the Jewish people for an extended period until they do tshuva. So Rabbi said, we may see this as, whoa, I'm thankful there's no Negayim today, but that's not the Sifornu's attitude. The Sifornu says we were tzaddikim, and he describes at length that since Hashem loved us so much, he gave us the possibility of tshuva. And I want to tell the Olam something, and you should see it in the Sifornu, but I want to explain it. When I was in Beis Medrash, my Rabbi, who was a loving person and taught us Torah, the closer he was to you, the more he rebuked you. It was a schus. I remember the best guy in the shir, my Rebbe loved him. He loved him a tremendous love. So the guy asked the kasha. See, my Rebbe said to him, most guys, if they ask a silly question, I can turn it into a good question. Your question is so bad, I can't even turn it into a good question. Now, it sounds very harsh. We were all jealous of that bacher because it meant Rebbe loved him. My Rebbe was prodding him to work harder. And in his great love, he gave him Mussar. In his great love, we were hoping if you steiged enough that you would get like that type of prodding. My father gives much more Mussar to the people closer to him than more distance. The Gemara says in Baba Kama, Imre's learning Baba Kama, and I'm Zaycha now, I'm learning Baba Kama with my children. And we're learning Baba Kama. In Baba Kama Daf Nun, we're finishing Achayvel B'Siyata D'Shmaya D'Shabbos, I hope. But on Daf Nun, in Baba Kama, so it says, the Gemara says like this. It brings a statement from Reb Nechunya. It says a pasuk in Tilim, I believe it's Kapitel Nun. Yeah, Kapitel Nun. The Svivav Nisara Ma'id. Svivav, those that are close to Hashem, Nisara. Nisara's Miloshin Saira. People close to Hashem are judged more harshly. Milamed Shakash Baruch Hu Medaktek Svivav. He's more careful with those close to him, afilu kechod asayra, even like a hair's breadth. Now, what's going on here? The closer you are to God, the more He judges you. Oy vavai. I better not be so close to Hashem. Chas v'shalom. Be close to Hashem. It's very encouraging. Anybody knows when you're close to a Rebbe, he gives you more Mussar. I had a story this year. There was a bacher that I felt he needed good Mussar, but I felt I wasn't close to him. I wasn't close enough to give him the Mussar. For a month, I developed the relationship harder and stronger, spent tons of time with him. And then I felt we were close enough to give him Mussar. And I spoke to him in the greatest love I ever had for him. I never displayed more love to this bacher. I had hugged him many times, but in my best display of love, I gave him Mussar, strong Mussar, because I loved him and I just want him to be successful in life. So I gave him good Mussar. The feelings inside were much more passionate and powerful than times I'd given him a hug. I was on fire with love of him, and I was just visualizing the man who'll be when he's 30, 50, 90. And I want to make sure in any way I can that he's going in the right way to be that person when he's 30, 50, 90. The closer you are to a person, the more inclined you are to give Mussar and to direct. Yisurim, pains from Hashem, we do not like them. And we certainly rightfully daven they shouldn't be there. But the attitude the Gemara is teaching us to Yisurim, Rabbi Yochanan comes in, the attitude he's teaching is, of course, for the past, they were precious. Hashem loves you. There's a chavivus, and when he asks him, what he's really saying is amakir. It's the great dichotomy, the great stira of Yisurim. Mitzad echad, Hashem's displaying great love of me. Mitzad echad, of course, Hashem is guiding and prodding me, but Hashem, please take them away. I got the message. I'll be close to you. Loiheim v'loi scharan. He says, I don't want them or their reward. Recognizing that there's goodness to Yisurim. Amakir, he tells Rabbi Yochanan, by saying I don't want them and I don't want their gains, he's not just being sarcastic. Gemara's emes, he's not being sarcastic. I don't want them and their benefit. He's saying I am makir, there's benefit. Their conversation was very exact. Chavivin Yisurim, do you recognize there's goodness here? He says, of course, leihem v'loi scharon. I'm makir that there's a lesson from Hashem. There's a prodding. There's a kaparas avoinus for people. But of course, for the future, I want them away. As a Yid is supposed to ask for Yisum, where Hashem designed us. And that's part of how we get close to Him. So loiheim v'loi scharon. But certainly, Yisurim, a person already had the recognition that Hashem loves us and is prodding us, pushing us, perfecting us, bringing out goodness in us from Yisurim that we already have. The reason perhaps that Hashem took the same nega, that's a message of Mussar to a person, and when we came to Eretz Yisrael, that nega was used to make us wealthy. is the lesson that when Hashem patches, when Hashem gives a patch, it's all love, it's all ava. So Hashem took the patch and he used the neg on the bias, that which later on is going to be used to give Mussar to Klal Yisrael. He first used it when we came to Eretz Yisrael to give us richness as a simple lesson that the patch is something I want out of love for you. So we learned it by seeing we got rich from it originally. It is such an important attitude to challenges, an important attitude that when Hashem sends us challenges and Yisurim and even Einesh, it's kulay ava, it's all love. The dangers a parent or a Rebbe, if chas v'shalom somebody would punish all of us, make sure with our children, if we punish with anger that doesn't have love in it, it's very dangerous to do that to our children because we're corrupting the sense of an einish. They are then going to think a punishment is something harsh, mean. In einish is Hashem's great love, prodding, pushing, encouraging a person to move forward, to advance, to get closer to Hashem. Es asher yev Hashem yoichiach. The one Hashem loves, he gives Mussar to. People who know it and are close to Rabbi, and they like beg the Rebbe, please give me Mussar. Please, Rebbe, tell me something. I want you to give me Mussar. Tell me off, please. Give me a little patch. I want Mussar. My close friend, Rav Yaakov Metz, always asks me from time to time, he gave up on me. Give me Mussar. He always says, Rebbe, give me Mussar. I just think, Rebbe, I can't even see so high to give you Mussar. I'm not tall enough. I can't see to the top of that mountain. But he says, Rebbe, give Mussar, give Mussar. He needs somebody big who can see, who's worthy of giving him Mussar. But the vart that somebody wants teichacha, one of the memches kinyani Torah. Many people study the memches kinyani Torah in this time period leading up to Shavuos, and one of the memches kinyani Torah is loving Mussar, is loving Mussar, is the willingness and the want for teichacha, for Mussar. And this is an attitude. Negayim is a great gift of Hashem. Yosef, one of the things people are throwing around the word, tzipisa Yeshua, waiting for Mashiach. It's not vague things, Yosef Sandler. When we talk about Mashiach, you know, one of the things we want is more open Mussar from Hashem. I want to be in a closer relationship to God. So I want him that if I speak a lot of Lashon Hara, I should get a little patch. You know that, love. It's so warm and cozy. Hashem was crazy over me and gifting me Yom HaMalayla. Maybe a little patch, Daniel, better. It's like beautiful. You love me. Picture yeshiva, 25 guys in Rabbi Yosef with Snicky Shear. The guy he's closest to, he pulls over and he gives him a little Mussar. Then he gives him a kiss and a hug. Gives him a shtickle Mussar. All the other guys are drooling. I want a shtickle. I want a little Mussar also. I want a little Mussar also. So you should know, and this is, Ami was yared to this. When he says, I don't want loiheim v'loi scharan, I don't want them in their schar, of course he's being makir the schar. And of course he's saying, take away the yisurim. But the relationship I've learned that I have with Hashem, es asher yev Hashem yochiach, Hashem's dealing with me and is busy with me and loves me. That I want, that akara. Now Hashem, I'm going to do the right things. I want it only from kisses and hugs. We're human beings and supposed to be human beings. But the akara, when Hashem gives us Mussar and we get Mussar, that it's a good thing. I think all too often, we're Zayich and we have a Rav, and he tells us a little Mussar, we get so insulted and so sensitive. Certainly it's the job of the Rebbe to make it clear to the Talmud, the job of the parent, that there's kulay ava here, there's love, and the child has to feel that love, intense love, and then a little Mussar. Who wouldn't want Mussar? My son described to me My son is a Talmud Muvak, has become a Talmud Muvak, a Refarkas Shlita. And my son described to me Refarkas, who's so patient, gentle, and kind, and smart. He gave like a little Mussar. My son was fired. It wasn't even to my son. He gave a shtickle Mussar. My son was like on cloud 9. I was so proud of him that he was yored. It was so delicious. He saw so much ava in the teichach and the Mussar. I want to ask all of us, when you're raising children, your kids should jump for joy for the day when you're machiach them. It should be so much ava and appearance. There's no anger, there's no ego, there's no ego and anger. It's kulay ava. And then they'll have such a good seer of the teichach of Hashem. There's something in this world called Yisurim. It's not always Mussar. Sometimes it's Mussar, sometimes it's kapara, sometimes it's for somebody else to gain Mussar. They're all different reasons for Yisurim. Somebody could study the sugya of Yisurim, but not to see it anything but Avas Hashem. Hashem loves us. And here it says, Svivav Nisaramoy, this pasuk in Tehillim. Those that are close to Hashem get judged Kechur Asayra. Hashem pushes them a little more. It's wonderful. And they see much more love of Hashem. They get more kisses too, of course. They get much more kisses. But in the Chur Asayra, that they're judged, in the din that they experience, they feel a kiss also. They feel a kiss also in the din they experience. We've learned the sugya many times. Yosef Atzadik is being kidnapped in the trunk of a car. And Hashem makes a miracle that it smells good in the car. It smells geschmack. Yishmaelim are usually traveling with very bad smelling stuff. Hashem made a nace, a meifus, that the Arabs were carrying sweet smelling stuff. They was carrying incense, so it smelled beautiful. And says the Rashi, says Chazal, to tell you matan scharin shal tzadikim, the great reward of tzadikim. Yosef HaTzadik, Yosef, you hear why you should be a tzaddik? Because when Yosef HaTzadik, the first Yosef, was kidnapped, it smelled very geschmack in the trunk. Are you all you're ready on your path to being tzaddikim? Are you all very motivated? Loidia matan scharin shal tzadikim. This is the reward of tzaddikim. You're motivated, Shlomo Ghoori, Gevaldig. Tzaddikim, you want to hear their reward? Their reward is when Yosef was being captured, it smelled good in the trunk. He's kidnapped violently in the trunk of a car, being dragged off to an unknown country, to an unknown life, to unknown circumstances, frightening. But it smelled very good. It smells yummy. So this is the great, I hope you're all motivated. Matt Levin, you have a path to Kirvas Hashem. Does this motivate you? For Yosef HaTzadik, it smelled good in the trunk. And Chazal say, loidia, to let us know matan scharin shal tzadikim, the great reward of tzadikim. So what we've studied together before, Rabbi said, but I want to be meisif a Klaish. We studied that tzaddikim feel the kiss of Hashem. And when Yosef HaTzadik was in the trunk, he smelled the good smell. He said, God, I feel your presence, but I want to be meisif. That then he saw, even in the Yisurim, the hug and kiss of Hashem. Hashem's always sending bracha. But because while he was getting the din, and I want to say to you, people are apologizing today for appreciating the chesed. Think about Yosef Mammon's parents. They get to host Yosef for all this time. That was intended kiss from Hashem. But I want to take it further. Don't apologize and don't prove how from you are. Say when somebody calls you how things going, great, great. And don't be people are apologizing too much. People are telling me this. I'll call somebody, how's it going? They say amazing. Then they realize they lost themselves. I'm going to accuse them. They're not being nice. Say ba'olam and chaveroi. There are people suffering. Uh-oh, did I say that? Did it come out of my... So then there's backtracking. They spend apologizing, proving they're from. They show me their tzitzis. I'm wearing tzitzis. They start whatever, prove I'm from too. Don't prove you're from. It's great. Hashem intended the kindness. And by the way, soak in the kindness that you're experiencing. And then you should understand that the difficulties, all of us, and the serious difficulties are also Abbas Hashem. Sometimes we understand, sometimes we don't. Prodding us, pushing us to move higher, to move better, to grow. The patch is also kindness. But of course, Hashem sends, and he always does that with patches. And we feel guilty to recognize the kiss. Silly us. We're like, not let us say it. So all we have to do is notice the patch. If you don't notice the kiss, you don't understand the patch. Because we're all apologizing on the kiss, so we're not noticing the kiss, we don't understand the patch, Yosef. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yosef saying, you hear it? I want to repeat those words. Because we're apologizing on the kiss, we're not understanding the patch. We have to apologize. We're seeing a lot of kindness. You know how good it feels? I'm holed up here with my family. It's wonderful, wonderful. I'm overwhelmed. Ki gavra aleinu chesdoi, the chesed Hashem. Amazing kindness. You know what it feels like to hang out with Manny day and night? The man is a gem. The man is a gem. Shlomo Zalman's discovery, the man is epic. That's a kindness of Hashem intended. I don't apologize for appreciating that. I don't apologize to any of you. No apologies. What a chesed Hashem. And guess what? Hashem meant that kiss. Now I have work to do. Feel that kiss. And I don't even want to say about the Yisurim. I don't want to say about it because you'll think I have to say about it. So I'm not telling you about it. Yosef HaTzadik, Chevra. Yosef HaTzadik felt the kiss. And then the difficulties that Yosef HaTzadik experienced, he understood it. He understood it. Chesed Hashem. What's Hashem sending me a kiss in the middle of all this? He's saying to me that this is also Ava. What is Hashem acting? Is there, what's going on here? Is he kissing me or patching me? The teretz is the patch is also a kiss. That's what, and that's Matan Scharim Shel Tzadikim. To live like that is what a beautiful life. Experiencing profoundly the kindness of Hashem. I was very reluctant. There were tzaddikim, gedolim and geonim, who said over, Hashem is punishing us, Hashem is mad at us. I was afraid to be mefarsim anything like that. Of course, there's din, of course. But if we don't first study for a long time the kisses of Hashem, the patch is not understood. If you don't study the kiss, you mislearn the patch. The Ava, the great love. So I felt the ikr to focus on the kisses of Hashem. See the Ava. And then we can understand. The Goyim is wonderful. I want Mashiach. Mashiach to me means that I should be so close to Hashem. If I'm speaking too much Lashon Hara, he gives a little patch. Wow. Wow. I got in with the Rebbe. I mamish got in. I'm in there. I'm mamish the closest. And then I get all the joys and rewards and encouragements of being so close. Of course, if you get into Reb Chaim Kanievsky, it's such a good life. And he also encourages greatness out of you, pushes you for greatness. And Hashem prods and encourages, as Asher Yev Hashem Yechiach. He who Hashem loves, he gives Teichacha, he gives Mussar to. He gives challenges, he gives patches, he gives all different things that push. People ask questions, why did I go through something in youth? We don't know all the answers, Hashem, but he loves us. Experience his kisses. And then somehow he wanted me to have a path of overcoming, a path of accomplishment. He wanted me to have reason in my life not to be stagnant, that I have things I have to work to get past, to overcome. I'm more empathetic to others. I'm more understanding. I'm a softer, more gentle, more humble, more developed person. And Hashem wanted all that from me. So if I can ask the Chevra, we're having so many, the kindness of Hashem that we're getting to learn so much together is wild. Can we please work on our attitude of Teichach? I spoke about two things and lumped them together. I admit it. Guilty as charged. I lump Toichacha, Mussar, and Yisurim. Pains, I lump them together. If we understand that Hashem is kind and Hashem kisses and learn to see the kisses and unapologetically soak them in, then don't apologize to anybody and don't explain. Thank you, Hashem, and appreciate. If you had a good meal, don't apologize to anybody. You don't have to prove how frum you are that you notice. Of course, we come daily, we notice the situation. We're praying. You don't owe to anybody to prove that you notice the situation. You don't know it. Stop trying to prove it. But you're allowed to notice the kisses of Hashem. Yosef Atzadik didn't say, I'm sorry to notice that it smells good in here. I know. He didn't apologize to anybody. He smelled it and said, Hashem, wow, I love you back. And then with that kiss, he approached and understood the patches, the prating, and the greatness. We have Yosef Atzadik because of the difficulties he went through. Rabbi say, if I ask everybody to please notice the Chesed Hashem and the Matziv, and I don't know if you're writers, a guy should write all the Chesed Hashem. My Chesed Hashems that I get to learn with Eli Goldberg daily. Yo Rachmani, I always wanted to learn with him in Yeshiva. Hashem made a nace, and I got him now. We got to learn Torah. Chesed Hashem. My Shachin Eli Weekend, and I got to learn daily. His positivity, beautiful energy. Somebody who can energize hundreds of people and does. And I got to learn him daily. Mard Chasam, which I wasn't done learning with him. This is all intended. As he saw it, I never would have became friends with him. Who knows? Hashem was mizaveg. Hashem made it happen. We get to hear the Ghoori's, their music has uplifted hundreds of people in beautiful ways, all intended. Zevi Sher, I get to learn. Why should only my kids get to learn with him? I should get to learn as well. Chesed Hashem intended, and I apologize to no one. We all got to hear Matt Levin just use his talents and his beautiful heritage to uplift Yidden. We don't apologize. Notice the Chesed Hashem and unapologetically celebrate it. And then let's approach challenges. Let's read the Sifornu if you can, where he describes the Chavivas, Hashem's love of the Yidden. So he gives them little patches, little Mussar, because the closer you are to Hashem, the more he cares, so to speak, about your greatness and wants to push you and encourage us to higher levels. We don't want to be stagnant. We want to grow and develop. And Hashem will send challenges to people he loves. Don't fool yourself. This difficulty is not sent to anybody who doesn't have the ability to learn from it. Lates taka, Hashem will sometimes hit the lates for only purpose, pesi yarim. The one who needs a little more chachma, you and I, who are not always as smart as we should be, yarim, should get more cunning. It's meant for us, for those that Hashem loves, those that Hashem appreciates. That's certainly who it's meant for. So really to upgrade our attitude on Mussar, on Toichacha, on Yisurim, to have a positive attitude. Even Yisurim, and I don't say all Yisurim is Toichacha, it's not. It's a topic that can be studied. Not all Yisurim is Toichacha. Sometimes it's kapara for other people. Hashem will give the tzaddik Yisurim and it's kapara. Sometimes kapara for the person themselves. All different factors of Hashem. But when we appreciate the kisses, then the Yisurim we see as kindness of Hashem as well. We're able to understand the kindness of Hashem in the Yisurim. I want to say more, but it's Rosh Chodesh Chevra, Erev Shabbos. So before we say a drip more, a little bit more, before we say a drip more, we have to hear some beautiful song. I think we have Yosef Kasper here today. That's my understanding that Yosef's here. So if we find Yosef, Momo Ringo, thank you for being here. Thank you, Momo. He has a gorgeous voice, and we'll get him to sing it. Yosef, thank you, Momo. Thank you. Thank you, Momo, for being here. Yosef Roman, thank you for being here. We found Yosef Kasper. Yosef Roman, this is for you. Yosef Kasper, how are you?
Amazing, Baruch Hashem.
Sing for Ashi. Ashi is so sweet. First, show us the trick with the straw. You have a straw. I need to learn that. You taught us the tongue thing, but the straw you didn't teach.
All right, we'll up our game today.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right. So hold on one second. Let me just make sure I got my straw here. So basically, just to catch everyone up, whoever wasn't here last time, the tongue trill will remind everybody, refresh our memories. Goes something like this. And the idea of such an exercise is to get that airflow going. One of the main points of speaking or singing is getting that airflow going. Malik Recant, you look very interested, and I'm pumped. The straw ups the game because with this, when you blow out in a straw, Rezi, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, there it is. Everyone get your straws out wherever you have it. That's a perfect size straw, Rezi, by the way. So when you blow out with the straw, you kind of feel like a buzzing, like in this kind of area, like your nose and your yeah. Okay, Rez is gonna do all the sign language. So that kind of just gets the airflow together with a certain resonance and like a certain like crispiness to the voice. So now I'm just saying, everyone use this at your discretion. I'm not a certified teacher, and you could do whatever you please, but don't come back if it doesn't work. So
You're awesome, Yosef. Now we want to hear the gorgeous voice that comes from all this.
Do we have a specific song?
I like your Shabbos song, but if you have a different song you want, you could do that.
Shabbos is nice. I like Shabbos a lot also.
Let's do it. I'm going to mute.
All right. Hine Yoim Geula Yoim Shabasim Tishmo Ve'yisem li Segula Linu Yachat Tavoyu Hine Yoim Geula Yoim Shabasim Tishmo Ve'yisem li Segula Linu Yachar Tavoyu Yaz Techiu Lefanai Osmalu Sifuna Shabbos, Hayim Lashem, Oevias, Techiu Lefanai, Simalu, Sifuna, Heilig Shabbos, Hayim Lashem, Hayim Lashem, na 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 na. Simalu, Sifuna, Heilig Shabbos, Shabbos, Hayom Lashem, Hayom Lashem.
Wow. Wow. I might go to my room and try the straw trick, but I'm not going to sound like you, Yosef. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. That was gorgeous. Thank you, Yosef. Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank, it means so much. I'm Zeicher to learn Torah with Shlomo Farkas. It means so much that you're here, Shlomo Farkas. Thank you very, very much for being here. Whenever I say Chaimel, the Chevra should know, when we say Chaimel, we're talking about Chaim Eckhouse. I feel like the people not from our Chabur don't know Stam Chaimel is Chaim Eckhouse. Thank you so much for the opportunity to study Torah together, Chaimel. It means a lot. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yankiv pointed out to Kalish that we have many Chaimels, but Chaim Eckhouse, one of the Chaimels, Ghoori, we also call Chaimel. It's true. Good point out. That we have other Chaimels as well. For today, the Stam Chaimel was Chaim Eckhouse. I thank Rav Aryeh Weiss for being here. Be'ez Hashem, I'm hoping next week we get to hear further Divrei Torah. I was asked public requests that many chevra, as my family were, we were amazed and inspired by Jashi's singing. And I want to cover Usher Ackerman. He deserves it. For Usher Ackerman, if I could ask Josh Gozlan again, that was gorgeous last night. Do you know the Yalav Yavai song?
Yeah.
Would you sing that for the chevra?
Sure.
Thanks a million. That was stunning last night. Thank you
very much.
Josh.
All right, right now?
Go for it.
Okay. Ya'aleh v'yavo v'yagia v'yiratzeh v'yishama v'yifakeh v'yizacher zichroneinu v'ikdaneinu v'zichron avoseinu. Ya'aleh v'yavo v'yagia v'yira'eh v'yiratzeh v'yishama v'yifakeh v'yizacher zichroneinu v'ikdaneinu v'zichron avoseinu. Oy v'zichron Mashiach ben David avdecha v'zichron Yerushalayim yirkatecha. Oy v'zichron kol amcha beis Yisrael lefanecha lifleita v'taiva. Oy v'zichron Mashiach ben David avdecha v'zichron Yerushalayim yirkatecha. Oy v'zichron kol amcha beis Yisrael lefanecha lifleita l'taiva.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Wow. Wow. My only time is that I should have had you sing earlier. Thank you, Joshua. But I'm thankful now. Thank you, Joshua. That's a gift from Hashem. I don't apologize how much I enjoyed that. Thank you. Thank you, Joshua. My kids wanted to know, did you use a straw, Joshua, before you came on?
I didn't.
Imagine that gorgeous voice, and he did the straw trick. Excellent. Excellent, Joshua. Sounded great. Fantastic. Keep using that voice for beautiful purposes. Fantastic. Ashrecha. Ashreinu that we have such a sincere bentar as a friend. We'll go, of course. Matt Levin is here. So,
Avada.
How are you?
Amazing, Rabbeinu. Mamash, unbelievable. I want to say something. I went to sleep, pushed it at like 8-something a.m. I got caught up with a conversation with the Yid for hours. And I told myself, like, I might miss the year, but with the chesed of Hashem, I promise I woke up like at pushed it at 12-something, and I quickly got into the shear, and I was bombed like a chaya. And I woke up like fresh, like I just had a fresh schluff. You know what I mean? You know the feel after good Torah? You're like just awake.
You know,
and I'm just here pushing awake.
Matt, you know, you remind me of. I'm a big Skolena Chassid, Matt.
Oh, I love him.
I'm a big Chassid, the Skolena Rebbe. The Skolena Rebbe, Matt, was ready to daven in the morning, and the Yid needed help. He wouldn't daven until 5 in the afternoon till he helped the Yid, like Matt Levin. The Skolena Rebbe at Avos Yisrael like I've never seen in my life. I want to tell you, Matt, when the Skolena Rebbe was a youngster, he never told his wife this story. But the Skolena Rebbe's father said to the Skolena Rebbe's wife, I want to tell you about your husband. You know already, but I want to tell you when he was a youngster, he was a teenager in Romania, the government, he was helping, him and his father were helping Yidden. And the government was very upset, and they took the Skolena Rebbe, he's a teenager, they took him in, and they were beating him up till he would tell on other Yidden to give them names that they can get other people in jail also. The Skolena Rebbe's father said a burly guy was holding him upside down by his feet. And they were beating up the Skolena Rebbe, being held upside down by his feet, punching and beating. He was life-threatening. And his father came in, and they said to the father, if you don't tell us and your kid don't tell us, we're going to keep beating him up. He said to his father, Tata, don't hurt one Yid. I don't care what they do for me. Don't hurt one Yid. And the Skolena Rebbe's father told his wife, the Skolena's wife, this is your husband. He loves Jews. So I want to say, Matt, I love you, and you love Yidden, and I love that. You love Yidden.
Thank you so much.
Yid needed help. He didn't stop till the Yid got help.
Wow.
So I appreciate that Yid who spoke to whoever that lucky Yid who got to speak till Matt till 8 in the morning. Bless your soul, Matt. You should have a wonderful Rosh Chodesh, a wonderful Shabbos.
Amen.
We'll hear the Ghoori sing to us. Next week, we're going to hear Matt Levin. I don't want to hurt his voice. Not sleeping and singing. I don't want to.
No, I have to sing, Rabbeinu. I got to sing. Even if the voice mamish hurts. A quick one. We'll do a quick minute, or I just have to get it.
You have a drink near you?
I do. I have a Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Shakol Niyeh B'Dvarei.
Good.
No, I thought you prepared the tea, mamish, for the voice.
The voice, very important.
Rabbeinu v'toiv beinecha levarcheinu ulevarich es amcha Yisrael. So I was thinking right now, doing this shir, something really beautiful. V'toiv beinecha levarcheinu. Why don't we just say v'toiv beinecha levarcheinu or v'toiv beinecha levarich amcha Yisrael? We're one. I'm saying it's the same thing. What are you saying? Levarcheinu, then ulevarich amcha Yisrael. So I was saying it's bekitzer. It's bechinas elikeinu v'elekei avosenu. It's like levarcheinu is first me and you, Hashem, our relationship, and then the mass Klal Yisrael, like connecting all of us. So the niggin is v'toiv b'yenecha levarcheinu ulevarich es amcha Yisrael. V'toiv b'yenecha levarcheinu ulevarich es amcha Yisrael. B'chol evevesu b'chol shah, b'chol evevesu b'chol shah, b'chol evevesu b'chol shah, b'shloimecha. Oy b'chol evevesu b'chol shah, b'chol evevesu b'chol shah, b'chol evevesu b'chol shah. Mamish, every second, bless us, Hashem. Give us your goodness, because it's mamish, it's good for you, it's good. Don't let it be good, like Archko says, it's good for you, Hashem. Mamish, bless us. Bless us.
Tremendous. Bless you, bless us all. Hashem should continue to bless you and bless us all with your gifts, Matt. I'm looking forward. This ends. I want to dance at Ezra's chasna with you, and I want to dance at your chasna with Ezra, Matt. The Karev, Simchas Besuras Taivas. We should see this. We should hear Besuras Taivas. Thank you, beautiful, beautiful Matt. Thank you. That was really something special, Matt. Thank you. What an Erev Shabbos Kodesh. Tremendous. We'll go one more song and then we'll have closing words. We do have to get ready. On the chat, you can't deny the chat. And Josh, who sang so beautifully, has a right to ask for anything. He asked for the Ghoories. So Chaim and Shlomo, Josh asked, and many others who've asked.
We're here, Rabbi.
How's everybody feeling in the bunker today, Chaimol?
After Josh, nothing could be better.
And Matt.
That was Yosef, Josh, and Matt. That was, and in our bunker we like Matt's word a lot. We like the word you said, the song and the word on the song, both. What song do you want to sing?
Yeah.
What?
Should we do Adi Shmu?
Oh, excellent, excellent.
Adi Shmu Zekeine Muskeinais Birchai Vais Yerushalayim Adi Shmu Zekeine Muskeinais Birchai Vais Yerushalayim Ayvish mi shantai biyadai Mirai yameim Veish mi shantai biyadai Mirai yameim Yeladim v'yeladav avos mitzachakim Ay birchai v'yseha Unechai v'yzayin nimalu Ay yeladim v'yeladav avos mitzachakim Ay yeladim v'yeladav avos mitzachakim Ay birchai v'yseha.
Wow. Tremendous. I wanted to close, Rabbi, say very brief, for 2 minutes, Simcha Spern, if you'll allow. I love what Yitzhak said, waiting to see Simcha, to give a hug to Simcha. I wanted to close, Rabbi, say just a little bit different knech, Chaim Tzvi, a little bit of a different knech. In Hallel, we said this morning, Keli Ata Vaideka Leikaira Memeka. We spoke about the 2 jobs of a Yid. Keli Ata Vaideka means to thank Hashem for the kindness. Elokai is Midas Hadin, to be Meroimim is Hashem, you're smarter, when I don't understand. So we always said a pshat, why did David HaMelech put these in one pasuk? Keli Ata Vaideka is the response to kindness of Hashem. I thank you for the kisses. Elokai Midas Hadin, I say you're smarter. Why did David HaMelech lump them together? It's 2 different reactions to 2 different times of our life. But what we're saying, Nachi, today is the kiss explains to us Midas Hadin. Keli Ata Vaideka, only when I recognize the kiss do I understand Elokai Memeka. Then when I'm Meroimim you and say I don't understand Midas Hadin, but I only have an understanding of the patch when I understand the kiss. I don't say today is a day to eat meat all day and night today with everything going on. Certainly there's a
Rabbi, I'm unmuting you.
Thank you.
Rabbi, you're unmuted.
I totally missed. You can hear me?
Yeah.
I missed the straw thing. I was busy getting a straw. I don't know how it works. Could you get Yosef Kasper to explain it again? I'm like putting it in my eye. I didn't hear anything. I don't know how to do the straw thing. I'll take that as a no.
Rabbi?
What do I do?
I get a little camera shy. I get nervous. I didn't explain it well. You know how to, so basically like, how we go like up and down like a scale over there. You heard that?
Okay. Yeah.
So with the straw, do the same thing. So you want to...
Could the Chevra hear?
Later,
I
Rabbi.
apologize. Could the Chevra hear? Yosef, give me a thumbs up. Shlomo Zalman, could we hear?
Rabbi, we're good.
So I just want to close that this new shot in this pasuk Tehillim. Keliata Vaideka. You're my God. Keliata Vaideka. When I thank Hashem, then Elokai Roi Memeka. Then the din, midas hadin, what I don't understand, but it's understanding that it's from the same Hashem who loves me. I now can better relate to the patch and understand that it's the same love. So the new understanding in that pasuk in Tehillim. Be'ez Hashem, I look forward. Everybody should have a wonderful month. A guten Shabbos, a guten Chodesh. Be'ez Hashem, we'll go back next week. Sunday will be 2:00. Be'ez Hashem. Thank you so much, Thrills, for being on it. Matt Levin does have a story for us that next week he'll share with us. It is Pashat. I'm on somebody else's device. Next week he'll share with us a word from a story from the Skelener. Be'ez Hashem. Everybody should have a wonderful Shabbos, a wonderful month. It should be a month of Yeshua's for Klal Yisrael, of Besuras Taivas, of Nechamais. It should be a wonderful month for Klal Yisrael. All of us, this Shabbos Kodesh should have a positive, happy Shabbos. See the kindness of Hashem and unapologetically, Shabbos is a day of Tov L'Hodos Hashem. Enjoy and celebrate and appreciate all the kindnesses of Hashem. A guten Shabbos, a guten Chodesh.